Hello, just coming to you now, probably at the hottest day here in Germany of the summer. I think it's 33 degrees in the shade, and I'm sitting here now in the sun. Today I want to talk about a really big subject for me. It's one event of my past which I am still thinking about regularly, and this is, how could it else be, a magic mushroom experience. Subject difficult to talk about, as the experience itself is difficult to describe in words, but I want to specifically talk about how it influences my spiritual path, so to speak, or my awakening path, because I think, or from what I've read, is that I've experienced an ego death during this trip. And for me, I'm still, even though it's probably 2 years ago or something, and I have not really touched any drugs after this, is that I'm still having experiences today where I get to remember things that I experienced during this trip, because if you're not prepared for it, and you will have an experience that is really, really hard to describe and to think about, to really think about yourself, even though you experience it. It's like you cannot experience it again just by thinking about it. And as I'm learning more about myself through meditation and different enlightenment work, I get glimpses again of what I experienced during this trip. It's like this path to, or these insights I have, show me exactly what I've learned during this trip, but have ultimately forgotten more or less directly afterwards. I remember that I had this feeling of, okay, now I know everything during the trip, and towards the end of it, and just this second where I came back to feeling kind of normal again, I was like this, okay, I just have been presented with all there is to know, everything, but I could also feel like as the minutes passed by, I was forgetting everything. I was getting back to normal state, which was of course also good, because this experience you could describe as being really terrifying. So in one sense, I was like, it was the best feeling in the world to just have everything put in place again, so that everything was normal again. But on the other hand, now I'm seeing that I lost this vision again, this knowledge of everything, or that what it felt like. And now I'm on this practicing meditation, and that I'm trying to learn about myself and about the mind. I'm rediscovering some of the insights I had during this trip. But the best thing is that when you have those insights again when you are sober, is that they stick with you. You don't forget them. That's the powerful thing. I cannot say if I would have these insights if it wasn't for the trip in the past. And if you have those insights, if you never experienced a psychedelic. But this is a really interesting aspect of this journey, that somehow everything, or not everything, but many insights I feel really connected to this one experience. And as it has been so powerful, I've not taken any such substance since, or in very, very minute doses, because my sensitivity for this seems to have gone up 100 times or something. Because several weeks ago I tried one little piece of a mushroom which weighed 50 milligrams. So my weight is scale is able to show 10 milligram steps, and it shows 0.05, so that's 50 milligrams. It was just the stem of a mushroom, and I could really feel it. I don't had visuals, but I got into that feeling again of okay, this is the psychedelic substance now in your body, and you you feel kind of different, and it's like being like you have meditated for 3 hours or something. You're fascinated with everything again, even though it didn't change. And this is also one effect of this trip, I guess, is that now everything, also I experienced marijuana differently afterwards, and it's kind of like this also gives me a trip, but that's why I haven't touched any of this for over a year or something. Also because I think it's not needed anymore. It's I kind of know what these experiences have to offer, and it's would not come from a needy place. If I took those substances again, would just be maybe to learn more, but not to be entertained or anything. And I also think this is the wrong approach for any psychedelic, to take it for entertainment, and if you're not prepared, can go terribly wrong, and you could be very disappointed to find yourself in a place where you are suddenly have to face everything of yourself. And another very interesting aspect of this experience was that I somehow, during the trip, forgot everything. I forgot who I was, I forgot where I came from. I just rediscovered everything as a baby would, probably. Like you're looking at your body and you think, wow, I have a body, or wow, there's light, we are on Earth, what is this? It's like we have to drink water. How do I drink water? What happens to the water? What we have to go to the toilet? Such very strange, not strange, but very interesting on the one hand, but also very terrifying. Because I remember I didn't know what to do with water. I know I was very thirsty, but didn't know I had to put it in my mouth for the thirst to go away. And I just poured it down on the ground and was seeing this water, but I couldn't see what I have to do to the connection between thirst and water. Couldn't make. And yes, so that was an experience. And what I rediscovered also recently was where there was in my memory before only a blank, was this time before this where I was kind of conscious and knew that I forgot everything, was that I went through cycles of intensely experiencing kind of everything without time, but going through it all over again, everything I felt in my life, everything I experienced, but amplified like crazy, and having no control whatsoever about it. And this was kind of like going through this over and over again. I came out of it not knowing what was what. And about this part, I think many people forget, because when you hear trip reports, this is the part that happens before ego death, basically, I would say, is you experience it very vividly. You are aware you have to experience it. It's not that you just forget. It's you go through something to make you forget what you are. It's not so easy just to you forget and then you are back to normal afterwards. You go through this process that makes you forget, and feels like you're mad, or at least that was my impression. That I knew this is it, or this is how you feel when you are mad, and yeah, it was also very terrifying. And yeah, but to come back to my original point is that this path to enlightenment can probably give you the same if you practice meditation. You will slowly get all of those insights as well. But psychedelics probably hold a possibility to make you more interested in this path, much more interested, at least that's what it did for me. And yeah, so I don't recommend anything here. I recommend, first of all, not to take them. If you want to learn as much as possible about it, don't do it alone. Have a trip sitter, someone that's experienced, and don't think you have to do it like next week or something. Prepare for it as much as possible if you feel the urge to try something like this, because it will definitely be life-changing. It's for me at least, it was a point in time where I now can see that a lot of my internal world changed, even though it might not have looked from the outside, because I just proceeded with my life as other people would expect from me. It was after when I was studying, and I continued on and everything, but the internal work continued, and from this point a lot of things changed. And even though this was in itself, in this point in time, it was a bad experience, seen from now, I can only say it had more benefits than negatives. Yeah, and so this can be a facilitator of personal growth, I think, a lot of personal growth. But don't fall into this trap that you think what you experience there is reality. It's not reality, it's your mind, also in a different state. Even also this is not what you experience right now, is not reality. It's also your mind constructing reality. But many people, or some people, fall into the trap of thinking what they experience now during a trip or LSD or magic mushrooms is the real thing, and the insights they take for real, and they don't put the work in to integrate them into a bigger perspective, into a bigger picture of your story, of your development. And that's why I would recommend taking very long breaks between those experiences, because what I discover is that even though you think you integrated everything, after some time you will experience more and more insights that date long back to a trip, maybe that has been years ago. And so don't rush about and go do this a lot or something. It will not be good for your mind, I guess. Yeah, and the positive thing I think you can say about psychedelics is that they increase your awareness, first of all, and that they make you interested in this topic. It's a hard way, it's a hard road to go, because you experience all the traps usually of your mind that people usually fall into. You see that in other people, in the world, and in everything, and this is not easy to handle sometimes. You see people you love making mistakes, and you see clearly where they come from and everything. Yeah, but nonetheless, I think it's worth it to go this way. So enjoy your day wherever you are. It's beautiful here, and see you soon.